Oh, today it comes on quick. It's crazy. So I was running late today because I just got two. I want to say they're the biggest stories, but two stories at the last minute. I was going to talk about a lot of other stuff. There. I'm going to talk about the most important stuff. Anyway, hopefully everyone got some sleep last night and well rested and all that kind of stuff. And as the thumbnail says, it's easy to think that people are realizing that the market is still here. Like I was saying a couple of weeks ago or months ago, that people were getting told by a lot of people that the market was over um, in June, but as you can see, it's not. But yeah, some of them still won't see. Some of they still won't be able to accept it until probably 2 months from now. Because they've just been told one thing and it's a whole nother thing going on. I just got some kind of breaking news. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. I don't know if the market probably doesn't know yet. I haven't seen it on a big outlet yet. Anyway, let's get to it. So Bitcoin is at 65,000. We had dropped back down to 62, 63 um, yesterday, and now we're trying to climb back up here to where it was at 66,000. And as I've been saying, I've probably been saying this for like 4 or 5 months now. No, probably not that long. Where are we at? We're in July, 3 months or whatever. That there's a lot of shorts at 72,000 on Bitcoin, which it would. So if we touch around that 62.5 area, 62.67, 62.8, whatever, it's going to be more than that 60. I mean, 72, 72, 72. If we hit around 72.5 to 72.8, it's going to be much more of a price appreciation than just that area. It's going to probably shoot past there and go up to like um, 78 or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it can go anywhere after that, um, especially after we get in price discovery. But anyway, we're sitting at 65,000 right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know, some of it's kind of redundant, so I'm not going to mention all of it. But anyway, yesterday, well, I got ahead of myself. But anyway, I like to present it this way. Anyway, it says iShares Bitcoin ETF now over $20 billion in assets and taking in $250 million on a random Tuesday. Did y'all know this? This is crazy because yesterday, I think they said the wrong one. They meant I bet. But anyway, BlackRock took in $260 million by themselves yesterday into the Bitcoin ETFs. I don't know if y'all know, but a good day over the last 2 to 3 months, a good day for inflows into the Bitcoin ETFs across all of the ETFs is about 300 million. But BlackRock yesterday by themselves took in $260 million. Fidelity took in $61 million. ARK took in 29.8 million. EC took in 22 million. Invesco took in 20 million themselves. What do they know that's about to happen? I'm gonna try to cover some of the stuff. What I could find, but they must know something is coming. But I've been saying for months now. I told you July was going to be a bullish month. I know that the beginning was a little rocky with the whole German selling and everything like that. Mind you, I mean, this is the top 1%. Hopefully, the statement doesn't sound too bad, but this is the top 1%. Most you got a lot of rich people in Saudi and Hong Kong and these other places. Most of this stuff is in this wealth and these games and activities are done by the states. So they got their whole floor how they're going to do things, but then the Germans coming sideways doing their thing. But I still feel like it was kind of orchestrated at the same time. But that wasn't what I'm trying to say. That wasn't really on my radar. It was not something I was even paying attention to because that German story, it was old, and I would even never even been. I was just being honest. I would have never even been thinking to think about that story to even try to think that what if they coordinate something together? It was nowhere on my mind, so that threw me off guard. But anyway, saying that July was going to be a bullish month because a lot of the things that I knew were coming up. Some of the things been talked about, kind of mainstream. Some of them I haven't heard anybody talk about them. But anyway, I was looking for July to be a bullish month, as I said. But it's some stuff coming up that I know about, and I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm pretty sure I don't know everything they know. It's crazy. I feel like we should have more people watching today, but they'll find out later. But anyway, so BlackRock took in almost $300 million worth of Bitcoin by themselves. Oh, they're talking about just waiting for the Mt. Gox distribution. Let me talk about this one. I talked about it before. I'm not going to talk about it long, but is now is coming to more people's attention. So it says that just in Mr. 100, if y'all don't know, this guy that was buying 100 Bitcoin every so often, whatever, Mr. 100 has gobbled up 71,587 Bitcoin and is now the 10th largest Bitcoin wallet in the world. Now, this is what I've been saying. I'm not going to talk about it too long, but I've been saying, like, don't think that y'all know every single wallet that BlackRock, 21 shares, and Vanek and all these people. Don't think you know all the wallets they hold, because now it's like people are saying like, oh, this must be somebody with money. Now they're realizing that, wait a minute, like, who is this? Like, it's the 10th biggest wallet in the world now. With all the researchers we got out there, nobody has seems to know. But I'm pretty sure they did this in a way so they couldn't be tracked. But I know a lot of people are going to start looking into this. But yeah, Mr. 100 is definitely not a person, because I remember when it first started, people was like, "Oh, it might be somebody rich." It was like, I think it was like 3 days they had bought 100 Bitcoin, and they was like, "Oh, this must be some billionaire trying to get in on it." But come on now, like the 10th biggest wallet in the world, this is not like an individual that has some 10,000 square foot mansion, and like it's not a single individual. But anyway, a lot of people taking notice now, and like I said, I'm not saying this to be petty or whatever, but that's why I don't know why people were believing the market was going to be over in June. You're obviously following people that don't know anything about the market. You can't be looking at crystal balls and tarot cards and all that kind of stuff trying to determine where you think the market is going to go. That's just crazy. Oh, yeah, I already talked about this. So what's the area now? I think they're saying the area is 72,400 for the shorts on Bitcoin. I mean, we're not close. Well, we can shoot this. We can shoot the 74,000 in a day. We've seen stuff like that happen before. Also, Cumberland, for financial firm, whatever crap, in the past 40 hours has received $246 million in USDT from Tether Treasury and deposited it into Kraken, Coinbase, and OKX. So they know something is coming, y'all. They know what I know that I've been telling y'all about for 3 or 4 months? I don't know. We'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball. Let me stop. Let me see. But anyway, they put $250,000 worth of money into exchanges, which means they're ready to buy something. Now I was on a good trail. I was on a good path. But let me say, listen. I don't know. I told you, like I said this months ago. It didn't take for this month to get here for me to say, from the stuff that I was looking at, that July was going to be a bullish month. I do hate announcements like this. Like I even told y'all with Jamie Dimon talking about August is going to be bullish. But anyway, it says just in, the president of Bitcoin Magazine, Michael Germano, says that there will be a very, very bullish Bitcoin announcement at the RNC this Thursday. Usually you would say it's misdirection, but just the way stuff is working out, it might actually be bullish and not a sell the news kind of thing, especially with all this activity going on right now. Like just yesterday, like I just repeat, BlackRock bought $260 million worth of Bitcoin by themselves. And we had, I think the total inflows was about $450 million or whatever on yesterday. Then you got Cumberland buying $250,000 worth of crypto. There was some other stuff. Of course, the Mr. 100, he was buying some crypto. And I could have pulled up like 16 of these stories this morning, but I'm not going to cover all of them because I'm going to just be repeating the same thing, that a whole bunch of rich people are buying crypto right now. So they know something. And I'm going to say, yeah, they know something I probably don't know either. They probably know some stuff that I do know, but I'm pretty sure they know a bunch of stuff that I don't know. So it don't matter. I'm going to still make money regardless. I don't have to know everything. But yeah, so this is new. I was trying to skim it right before, actually. That's why I wasn't too late, but I was like a minute too late because this is kind of breaking. This news just dropped. I mean, what? Not long ago. some of y'all probably don't realize. You may not realize how bullish this is. They see this. I'm gonna say this. This is why I do pull up to Cointelegraph. Even though I said it before, Cointelegraph has a lot of scam articles on there too. Because all you gotta do is pay for your article to be put on there. But there be some trash articles on there, so I don't want people to get misled. But I do use it because they have a better layout and their graphics are better. This is hot garbage right here. Who does their? I don't know who does their what do you call this, layouts, whatever. Anyway, breaking news: Ethereum ETF staking open for reconsideration. SEC commissioner says. According to the SEC commissioner Hester Pierce, the demand for staking, and I'm gonna go back through why this is bullish in a minute. So let me just read it first. According to SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce, the demand for staking as a service for spot Ethereum ETF is not completely ruled out yet. One of the major controversial considerations in the spot Ethereum ETF pursuit is the issue of Ethereum staking. One of the ultimate concessions that approved issuers have had to make is to forego the plans for Ethereum staking. After major stakeholders have stopped talking about this, SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce just reignited hope for the product. Ethereum staking the ETFs is a possibility. Speaking in an interview with Zach Guzman, Hester Pierce stated that despite banning staking in the ETF earlier, it is still a possibility. The United States Secretary and Exchange Commission approved Ethereum ETFs in a dramatic manner. This is evident that the landscape regulation is changing at a fast pace. Do I want to? Anyway, so I mean, most of y'all should know what Ethereum staking is right now, but this is huge. I mean, like they should have did this article a little better, but because a lot of people like, I mean, you're making yield on or whatever, just like like the crap savings accounts they used to try to give us in the bank, and a lot of these millionaires and billionaires, especially that want to hold their ETH, they want to stake it so they can gain some yield on or whatever. But they took that out of the ETFs. But Pierce is saying that it's a possibility that they'll still be able to stake. And if y'all don't know, like, once again, we kind of got to get into this political stuff. Sorry, but I know some of you are happy about it, some of you hate it, but it is what it is. Like I said, I feel like he's going to get in there. We know how this is going to play out. But Trump is the one. I'm pretty sure Trump is the one that appointed them before. So them saying this now, and we kind of know how this is going to play out with getting into office. And he appointed them before, and them saying this now, that could be really bullish for the spot Ethereum ETFs. And I haven't seen. I mean, I don't know if the news is widespread yet. Not trying to. I mean, obviously, I got it from somebody, so not trying to say like, oh, I had the news first. But I don't know if a lot of people have seen this yet, because I don't see any price responses to this unless we'll see what happens. It's trying to bounce a little bit right now. I'm sorry, I pulled up the Ethereum chart. But no, this is really bullish news, and I don't see anybody talking about it yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll be talking about it soon. But like I said, yeah, Trump appointed her and stuff, and so them saying we're gonna see what happens. I mean, because the Ethereum ETFs aren't live yet. I don't think this is something they could change that quick. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, this just broke a while ago, so I was trying to read up on it before I brought it to the stream. And now we have Bitwise always be one of the first ones. They have their new Ethereum ETF commercial. I'm gonna just play this real quick so y'all can see. Waiting to see some more of these commercials, but I guess the closer we get, the more commercials we'll see.
Hello, I'm Ethereum.
And I'm Big Tech.
What's going on here?
Oh, I'm all about helping people connect. It's just some of these people don't belong here.
What do you mean?
Well, like this guy. He said something awful.
What'd he say?
He called soccer football. Totally un-American.
Seems pretty random.
Well, this one plays accordion. Nickelback fan. Only speaks with caps lock on. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that one, but how do you deal with this?
I'm not into random deplatforming.
What? You just let pickleball fans in? You're nuts.
Pretty much, they trying to slowly wake people up to the idea of decentralization and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, it's crazy. Wait a minute, what the world just happened? It's crazy how early we are to this, and some people still don't realize it. And I'm actually about to talk about that and some of the stuff coming up next. Politics, but still crypto based. Listen, I've said it 1,000 times on the channel. I'm pretty sure y'all watch it have heard me say it before that all this stuff is orchestrated. There are no sides of the politics. It's just it's a scam to keep us all divided. Um, there are no political parties. Blah blah blah. Y'all have heard it all before. Even though I know y'all probably think I'm high on shrooms and just talking conspiracy theories. But anyway, now we got this. This is wild. I don't know if y'all follow politics. I won't get too deep in there. But for those of you know, Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi wants Joe Biden to drop out per Politico. This I talked okay, Nancy too, but this is weird. I'm just once again, this is the same as me pulling up all the people that's buying Bitcoin and stuff. I can't pull up everyone. There's like 20 of them, and there's about I had like about 10 or 12 of these right here. This is Mark Andreessen. If y'all don't know, these are the people who funded what Uber, Lyft, pretty much every big tech company that ever came out. Andreessen Horowitz or whatever. This is crazy to see because I'm shocked. I don't want to be confusing. So there's the one powers that be. That's the one that run the people that run everything, the top 1% or whatever. And like I said, they put the presidents out front as the mascots or whatever. But then you have those people that are regular citizens, or they may be in tech that the people who work regular jobs look up to these people like, okay, I work a regular job at blah, 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 but I look up to Andreessen because I'm a Democrat and he's one of the richest Democrats, or I look up to this Republican because they're one of the richest Republicans. So all the lower class people, I hate to say it that way, but it's the only way I can think to say it right now, but all the lower class people and the lower middle class and stuff look up to these types of people or whatever. But this is crazy. It says A16Z co-founder Mark Andreessen said he has been a Democrat for most of his life, but will support Trump in the 2024 presidential campaign. Trump's crypto regulation plan is a flat-out blanket endorsement of the entire space. The Biden administration stifles startups through excessive regulation and potentially unnecessary taxation. So this is what I'm saying to y'all. Like, all this stuff is cooked up. They already know what's going to happen. They're just going to let all the unknowing people, the lower class, regular citizens, whatever term you want to use, let everybody fuss and fight and cuss each other out on Facebook and call each other stupid and how you're a dummy and stuff, and just divide and conquer while they all playing the same games. It's all the same team. They all know what the end goal is. I think the problem, and I'm going to bring some more stuff up later, the problem even with some of you guys watching the channel is you're not even realizing that you're ahead of everybody else. Like, you have so much information that you still feel like you're part of the normal crowd, but you're actually not, because you know a lot of stuff that other people don't know. And I'm going to talk about a couple in a few. This is going to get even crazier in a minute. It's crazy. I really think this should be one of the most watched streams, but it's low today, but it's cool. But so yeah, I'm to be honest, whether it was this is how I pictured it happen. I pictured it happen behind closed doors. I never thought Mark Andreessen would ever in his life like say this type of stuff publicly. I thought he was just gonna play the game behind doors, but no. And once again, let me say this too, because I know I don't know what y'all are, but I do know I have some more conservative people or Republicans on my page. Don't y'all get excited. Don't fall into the scam of like, oh my gosh, yes, they're joining our side. There is no side, y'all. I'm gonna say it once again, there are no sides. So don't get all excited like, oh, they jumping ship and joining us or whatever. Is that's not how it works. It's just doesn't exist. Anyway, but anyways, I never thought I'd see him say this publicly. But now let's get into the some of the other stuff. So I'm gonna probably read quite a bit of this because I want to talk about some other stuff. It says Trump says he wants the U.S. in charge of crypto before China. Teases another NFT launch. Y'all know he always doing these NFT launches. In a recent interview, Donald Trump said the country needs to take the lead in crypto before China. The former U.S. president also teases plan to launch a fourth line of NFTs. The former U.S. president, Donald Trump, said he embraces the cryptocurrency industry because it is good for the country and that the U.S. should take the lead in global crypto race before China or any other country, according to the Bloomberg report published Tuesday. If I throw it aside, it's going to be picked up in another country, most likely China. They're pretty advanced in that sphere, Trump said to Bloomberg interview. So you have to look at it. What I want, again, is what is good for the country. The Republican president nominee stated that the that crypto is not going away, and said he plans on releasing another NFT. I was trying to skip through this, but I'm going to do another one because the people want me to do another one. I'm reading it in his voice. Trump said in the interview, pretty much he pro crypto, blah 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 blah. But watch this next stuff. Some of y'all gonna know, y'all gonna understand how this is crazy. Some of y'all may be new, so I'll try to explain it. But it says, oh dang, I think I put this too late. I wanted to put this earlier. But anyway, this is gonna come back up later too. But anyway, Trump says, not warns, but he says he doesn't want Powell to cut rates before the U.S. election, of course, because he wants to make it look good when he gets in office after the election, so on and so on. But he doesn't want him to cut rates yet. My take on this, I know, listen, I've been right too many times, so I don't care about being wrong. I've been saying, I still think, I know everybody else is saying the opposite for me, and I could be wrong. I really don't care. This would actually add towards me being wrong, which is not that big of a deal. But I said I think it's going to be a surprise rate cut this month. Nobody seems to think that. Everybody's saying, the earliest is September. A lot of people saying it's like 100% that it'll be September. Anybody else probably like, man, this man tripping. It's too soon. I still think it's going to happen. But now this does throw a wrench in it with Trump saying this, whatever. But Jerome has said that, he claims that politics has nothing to do with the decisions they make at the Fed or whatever. I can't say whether it does or not, but I do know the markets as a whole wants the interest rate cuts. And to be honest, I guess it would be more bullish if it comes later in ways or whatever. But it doesn't matter what I think. I still think it's going to be a surprise rate cut at the end of this month. I could be wrong. We got a lot of other bullish stuff going on. So, it's not like it would be a negative. But we're going to see what happens. But he said he doesn't want Jerome to cut the rates until before the election. Because it's going to make him look good. They want all the rate cuts after he becomes president. So it's like a continuous run or whatever. But I don't want to talk about it. Do I want to talk? Oh, I should have talked about this earlier. I'm already on to the other stuff. Maybe I'll pull this down. Maybe I'll talk about it at the end somewhere. Let me move this one down too. I think I got to go into my notes for my other stuff. Let me go because this is a lot of stuff, so I want to try to sum it up. And I'm not going to talk about it too long. But anyway, so I already talked about the fact that he told Jerome that he wants them to wait to cut the rates until the election. Of course, it's going to make him look good or whatever. But he also said that he's going to, he's had some not bad blood, but some arguments with Jerome in the past or whatever. But he says he's going to allow Jerome to finish his term. I think it's to 2026 or whatever. So he doesn't plan on, kicking him out and put somebody new in there. The crazy part that got me though, said that he's thinking of making Jamie Dimon the Treasury Secretary. I don't know if y'all know this. Some of y'all probably know, but this is why I say it's all games. It's all one team. Whatever the common goal is, they're gonna put the mascot they want to put in front of everybody. Because Trump and Jamie Dimon don't like each other. Like they don't. I've never seen one interaction with them liking each other. They always at each other's throats. They literally don't like each other at all. But as of lately, they've been making these buffering comments, trying to like slide together as if people don't remember. But what I'm learning is I keep living is people got short-term memories, especially when it's something like making money in the markets. People forget this stuff, but they don't like each other at all. They have trashed each other multiple times on social media and interviews, all kinds of stuff. But now he's saying he's thinking of making Jamie Dimon the Treasury Secretary. And this is the thing I was talking about earlier, when some of y'all think you're still normal and you think you don't have knowledge or whatever. But whether you learned it from me or just learned it from being in crypto, just like Jamie Dimon has been talking trash about Bitcoin forever. Bitcoin is stupid. It's not real. It has no intrinsic value. All this stuff Jamie Dimon been saying forever. But then you find out that JP Morgan's been collecting Bitcoin. Then he's one of the main contributors to the Bitcoin ETFs and and all that kind of stuff with Coinbase and all this stuff. All these guys are partners or whatever. But when he gets in front of the public, in front of retail investors, when he goes on the news, he talks trash about Bitcoin, he talks trash about crypto, but he's been collecting it the whole time. So this is another one of those games where y'all know this stuff. You already know this stuff, but once again, you forget that you know this stuff and that you yourself have alpha. You don't realize this. Like your aunts and your aunties and your cousins who tell you stupid for buying crypto, they don't have this information. But now you got Trump and Jamie Dimon who can't stand each other. But now Trump's talking about he's going to make him the Treasury Secretary, and real interesting. If you don't know their past, then you probably like, oh yeah, this is who he choosing. But it's like, what? It's almost like I'm trying to think of I don't know. It's like Kendrick Lamar inviting Drake over for a special guest for a dinner or something. Like, it's just weird. It's really weird. But anyway, when you know what's going on behind doors, and like I say, when you know this stuff is it's all orchestrated. This is just another thing. Some of y'all probably just gonna look over this like it's nothing, but it's not. It's not nothing. This is showing you that there is no division amongst them. The only division is on the lower class, the middle class, the people, the regular retail investors, the regular people who work in day-to-day jobs, who go to work looking at these, coworkers sideways because they vote in a certain way and stuff. Like, it's just divide and conquer. It really is that simple. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Even though I know what I know, I'm still I don't know if I want to say shocked, but it's just a little crazy. But yeah, anyways, Mark, I was talking about Mark Andreessen earlier, but he's not the only one. There's just the bluest of the bluest, or the Democratic of the most Democratic, most liberal, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot of them saying that, because as I keep saying, it's all games or whatever, man. And don't fall for it. But anyway, we're gonna see what happens with these interest rates. I was gonna talk about another subject, but maybe I'll just make that the bulk of what the conversation tomorrow will be about in tomorrow's stream, because I don't want to go too long. But what I will say is, I saw other people talking about this too, and I think I've said this. I've talked around it before. As y'all know, I can ramble sometimes, but I want to say this next thing very clearly so y'all understand. Especially if you haven't been through a full cycle before, like you've seen the whole thing play out. There's going to be a time coming. I don't want to say the near future, but in the future, there's going to be a time coming in the future when you're going to see like all the like the dinosaur tokens. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny or petty or whatever. The Cardanos, y'all know the dinosaur tokens. You're going to start to see them running. And listen to this. I'm going to try to say this very clearly. Listen to this. When you see them start running, you should not be like, what? But I thought Cardano wasn't going to do nothing. And when I say running, I'm not talking like, I'm talking 40-ish, maybe 60%, maybe some of them get 110, 110% right. You should not be flipping out and saying, dang, maybe I should have held those for a low risk bag or whatever. It's going to happen because of the simple thing of normal people coming into the space. And this is the stuff they're going to buy. And even though you say you know it, sometimes you forget it, because when most people come into crypto, even talking to some of you guys that are new and, trying to introduce you to even stuff like, as simple as Mexi or whatever, you get thrown off about it because it's not what you're used to, because most new people come in on Coinbase. It's getting where now you having some new people come in on crypto.com. We're going to see what Robinhood pulls this cycle or whatever. But all that stuff is on Coinbase. So when you start seeing it, you should actually get happy. You should not be like, Cardano's running. Zoe and everybody was telling me to dump my Cardano bag because it wasn't going to do no numbers. But no, look, it's up 70%. Like, it's going to happen because all those people going to come in. They don't know nothing. They just going on Coinbase and they clicking buttons. And then lo and behold, if they do get lucky and find CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, they're going to be like, oh, these the top 20. Top 20 must be the best. Just like y'all, don't lie, just like y'all do with crypto YouTube. That's why a lot of people still don't watch me. They're like, oh, he's a small channel. He must not be too good. So let me go where the numbers are. you're gonna go where the numbers are. That's what everybody does, and it's a stupid thing, but that's what people gonna do. They're gonna go, they might get lucky, find CoinGecko, and they're gonna look at the top 20 tokens and they're gonna see Cardano. And they're gonna go to Coinbase and they're gonna buy Cardano. That's what's gonna happen. So that's when you should get excited. And if anything, that's when you should be making sure your bags are packed. Yeah, because when they flood in, it's gonna be crazy. Cardano gonna be getting the love. I'm gonna be petty, but just put it that way. Those are the tokens that's gonna get the love, and so that's when you should be making sure your bags are in order, because you should be knowing that oh shoot, it's about to pop off. Oh, do I want to talk about this? Do I want to talk about this? Do I want to talk about this? Let me see. Let me look at one thing first to decide if I want to talk about it. It's not that big a deal. All right, so I'll talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Let me show you something here too. So, mind you, this thing been on the struggle bus. Where we want to pull out to? So I know some of y'all probably saw this. I'm gonna just talk about it real quick. So there you go. Some of y'all probably got excited about this. Wait, sorry. So yeah, this is the XRP chart. Now XRP been struggling between 45 cents and 55 cents forever. Even when they got the what is my screen doing? Even when they got the suit win or whatever, everybody was going crazy, and then it was at about 52 cents that day, and then it shot up probably like 60, 72. I think the top was like 84 cents. It barely could even do a 2x. Anyway, I'm pretty sure something's coming for XRP. Even the other day, they put a whole bunch of new videos on the YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff. And I will say, I've said this time, y'all probably heard me say it a number of times, that XRP does have a lot of partnerships and stuff they're doing this cycle. But the thing is, it's $34 billion, $34 billion market cap. It's going to take a lot of money to move this. Hence, like I said, when they got the most bullish news that everybody had been waiting for almost 5 years, they still couldn't even do a clean 2x. It was 52 cents, and it barely skimmed. It barely skimmed topping out at 84 cents. Let me pull this out here. What was it at? I remember it's like 72 cents. What is this? I don't think none of these even read it. That's how quick it was. Wait, I got to go back even further. Let me see. What was that? No, I'm too far back. Don't worry. It was somewhere around 75 cents or 80-ish cents or whatever. But from 52 cents, it couldn't even do a full 2x because it takes that much money to move this. So I know some people have asked about it, like, hey, Zoe, why is XRP moving or whatever? I mean, it's a 20% on the month. It takes a lot of money to move XRP. And that wasn't even at a 52 range. That's when it had dropped down to 39 cents or whatever. So now it's up a little bit or whatever. But yeah, I mean, they just, maybe they're gonna put out some news or whatever. I still stay away, man. I still stay away. It's not something I'm gonna hold. Matter of fact, I'm also say this. Not only a retail, and now I'm kind of rambling, but not only, I'm gonna be quick about this, but not only are retail investors gonna come in and find the normal tokens, you have a lot of these, I keep saying, these bigger channels. And I'm starting to realize, even though I talk a lot of trash or whatever, a lot of these big channels just shouldn't have channels. And I'm talking about a lot of them are over 100,000. A lot of them are over 100,000 subscribers. And I'm starting to realize, no, some of these guys ain't scamming. Some of them literally don't know what they don't know. And they got these big old channels where people believe in them. And I saw, was that on YouTube or Twitter? It was on YouTube or Twitter. I lie to you not. I saw somebody say to their followers that XRP was going to hit $15,000 per XRP. Man, and the people in the comments were ecstatic. It was just crazy. It was crazy, but these people believe this stuff, and you still got the crazy price targets. Well, I think the famous price target last cycle was it $279. It was something like that, but not happening, y'all. So anyway, I just want to talk about it because people have been talking about it. It's kind of crypto news, so I'm not going to just skip over it. But yeah, they put all these videos on their channel, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's about this meme coin scammer getting kicked off of Twitter. I don't really care. He's a piece of trash. Got Soldier Boy caught up with some stuff too. People was trying to tell him not to listen, but he just listened to what he want to. Anyway, let's get to the comments, questions, and concerns. I think I covered everything. But anyway, main thing I want to talk about is like all these games they've been playing. I think I did that. Let me go back over here. Where we at now? We still trying to climb some 65 130. 65 130. All right. Blackmore fam said, good morning, y'all. Good morning to you. August Vernon said, morning, my friend. As he said, how long this green will last? What is your expectation for August? Um, what I was saying, I feel like, well, it's happening. So July was going to be, June sideways. July we get a run. Mainly the end of July, I'm looking for some stuff to really start pushing into August. Only thing that's throwing me off right now, and I know I haven't had time to dig on like the macro stuff because I've been trying to like read through people's discourse and decipher what the projects are going to do or whatever. Only thing that threw me off is once again Jamie Dimon again because he was talking about August is going to be a bullish month. So it was my belief that July is going to be bullish, especially the end of July going into August. I've said this plenty of times on the stream, but I'm like, is that going to be up until the middle of August and something's going to go awry? Because I do believe September is going to be down. Let me say this stuff slower. My bad. Let me start over and say this slower and say it more concise. So June was going to be sideways. I said July to be bullish. The end of July going into August, I felt like was going to be is going to be bullish and run August and then die down in September. Only thing is other people are saying against me that they feel like those first rate cuts are going to be in September. But if I'm not, I guess I should pull it up. Sometimes it's hard to find. If I'm not mistaken, the meeting in September is at the end of September. Let me see if I can look it up. Which would mean it would mean what I'm saying: a down September, and then maybe start pumping near the end of September, going into October, November. I think I said that pretty concise. Let me see. When is FOMC? I think it's at the end of September. Was it like September 20th or something? Why am I? Yeah, September 20th. So I really had to. I don't think y'all realize sometimes. Like when I was saying June sideways, y'all don't realize how much research went into that. It wasn't me just like saying some random crap, And sometimes I really try to like figure out what weeks are going to be what or whatever too. So I can't really say, but for now, maybe like I said, maybe a bullish August. Maybe it starts dying down the third week of August, going into September, and then people taking profits, whatever the crap you want to call it, and then maybe if we get I feel like it's going to be another rate cut, or say they're right, and we don't get a early rate cut in July, and we get that first one in September, then it could start running after that near the end of September into October, November. It's hard to hear myself saying this stuff, so I don't know if I said it clearly, but I think I tried to say it as clear as I could. Yeah, I think I said that clear enough. Let me know if I did or not, but I think I did. Mopar said, morning, folks. Morning to you too, my friend. Crypto World said a point in Jamie Dimon could be strategic. If he does his job well, Trump looks good. If he doesn't do well, he can call back to all the times he was fighting Jamie. Either way, he wins. That's true. I like the way you put that. That's definitely true. You're definitely true about that. Listen. I like the way that people be talking on my y'all be talking on here. We ain't gotta have the biggest group. We ain't gotta have the biggest streams or none of that crap and the most views. But that's why I keep saying, as long as the mindset is there, like the more you develop your mindset, the better we gonna do in this market, and with the better we can bounce ideas off each other too. But yeah, that's crazy. That's true. That's definitely true. Let's see what we got here. A Blackman said BTC just halved in April. Sorry. There's at least 6 months from there to pack bags. Bull run hasn't truly begun yet. Yeah, well, the bull run, but not the parabolic part, or not even the real run. But I understand. I guess, yeah. I see what you're saying. So how do you feel about taking profits from this run and putting some in MicroStrategy stock, and they own BTC pretty much? I mean, I like what Michael Saylor and them is doing, but I'm just a lot of people gonna say this sound crazy. I know a lot of people like do options trades and stuff in stocks and whatever like that. But I'm completely off stocks. Coin, marathon. I'm just completely off. I know we got crypto stocks and stuff that I just don't. I'm like in crypto, man. Crypto and real estate, and my other companies and stuff. Like I don't too much mess with stocks, man. So I can't really give you advice on that. You just kind of gotta form your own opinion there. But I'm just crypto, man. Crypto Rose said a lot of people recently got wrecked in CG's Patreon. He put out an alert for a spike on Sol. The 1 million market cap one when it was at 3 cents. Go check the price now. Oh wow, that's what I would try to tell my group, because I made a whole video about what you call it, but I try to make sure I don't, be honest, I don't even know if I did a good enough job in that video, but make sure I'm letting people know, like, hey, this is a lotto pick. Like, there's gonna be some meme coins that I'm really bullish on, and to be honest, I'm gonna say on my channel, if I'm really bullish on them, I'm probably only gonna talk about them in the Patreon. I'm even bullish on the one I made a video on dumb or whatever. I think it's a good narrative, and I think it'll go, but I make sure people know it's a lotto pick. But that's why I'm careful. Like when his following believe them, like they believe in him or whatever, they don't think about putting a small bag in. They just dump a whole bunch in there. Because even I see him, even some people saying he taking credit for Pepe. I don't know if some people are new or whatever, but Pepe is not alpha. Like, he didn't. I don't think he even got in Pepe to maybe 90 million market cap. Most people was, and then I think he jumped out and then tried to get back in at like 200 million or whatever. But Pepe was an alpha. Pepe was gonna run. It was gonna do what it did. But he can tout that and say like, "Oh, I call Pepe," and then everybody's like, "Wait, this dude's a genius," and whatever, whatever. And the crazy thing, I'm not even trying to knock him, because I keep saying before. I heard some of y'all say that he said something about me. As I keep saying, I just thought he had a crazy sense of humor and was kind of funny or whatever. Had nothing against him. I knew nothing about any of the stuff here, but you can't, even with me. That's why I tell people in my group, diversify. You can't say like Zoe said he was bullish on the pick, therefore I'm gonna put 20% of my portfolio in one token because Zoe says he likes it. You got to diversify, and whatever. But you know, um, it's very important for me and anybody who has a channel to, like, make sure and let me know if my group can let me know if I'm doing a good decent job of this. Make sure you let people know what is alpha and what you're speculating. I want to even be better at that. Like, hey, this is alpha. Like, I like this project. I researched it. It's a good project. I feel like it's going to the moon. Blah blah blah. But this thing over here, I'm speculating on, or whatever, and I think it could be a lotto pick or whatever, or something just to get liquidity. I was talking to somebody in the group about that the other day. Like, yeah, I got this pick and I think it could do well, but it's really like to get liquidity when if the narrative takes off, it could take off, and then I can get some liquidity for other projects that I want to get into. Most people call it swing trading, but I don't say swing trading. I call it whatever. I call it for getting liquidity or whatever. So I'm making sure that I differentiate so they know the difference between what's fully bullish, what's alpha, and what's speculative. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I think dude's got a quirky sense of humor. He can be entertaining or whatever, but dude doesn't really have the alpha that those people think he has. And I don't. I mean, but I guess if you don't know that they don't know. So it's weird that people, think he's some all sorts of alpha. And I know he used to have this crazy thing. He was like, everybody comes to me. Nobody comes to you, CG. Nobody's looking at your channel for alpha, dude. Like, people that know the space know that you don't know the space as well as you claim. But I mean, he got people by the ball, so it is what it is. But anyway, Mopar said sleepless Clearpool. I haven't invested in, but Clearpool's pretty decent. I think it's going to do run. I mean, excuse me, I said do run. I think Clearpool can do pretty well. This other one, I don't think I've ever heard of that. Let me see. Excuse me. Excuse me. Really? That's interesting. I mean, I can see why. Where is it at? I could be wrong, but I'm looking. Give me a minute. There's not too many times that I haven't seen an AI project, but okay, it's got that, and and to be honest, not over some of this more part over some of the stuff I have with Sleepless. I wouldn't choose this over some of the stuff I have, and you should know one of the ones I'm talking about. I don't know if you I know you're new here, but I don't talk about the stuff on stream, but um I see why you may be looking at it, but I don't know if that's enough for me. I'll look deeper into it later. Let me see one more thing. I'll look. I'll probably look more into this later. Sorry. Yeah, I'll probably look more into this later. But Clearpool could probably perform pretty decently or whatever. But it's not something I picked up. But it should do decent. But the other one, Sleepless, I don't know. I don't think it'd be something I pick up. Just to be honest. EA, what's up, bro? Europe. Bopar said, your channel in Discord is more productive. It's like that small church versus mega churches. For me, have to be able to talk to the pastor when I need him. I know what that's like. I'm a church kid, so I know exactly what you mean. But yeah, and I try not to be too noisy in there. It's crazy. Maybe I was even thinking about the last 2 days because I have been like I really just been in other like in the project's Discord. So even in my group, I know a lot of people go like, I'm in my Discord all the time and I talk all day and I do this and this special feature and private streams and all this stuff. Man, I'm trying to make money, so yeah, I try not to have too much noise. And I mean, I like when I come in there and see you guys talking. I see what you guys talking about, but I try not to be too noisy and just for the sake of noisiness and stuff like that. But it's been pretty quiet. But I'm just trying to see what these projects are going to do, and it's a lot of reading. And sometimes you got to read in between the lines because in a lot of these discords, you have moderators and stuff, and sometimes the moderators can only they go to the team, they might get some information, and sometimes you got to read in between the lines and figure out yourself what is about to happen. So that's mainly what I spend my time doing. And I read line from line. Like I'll go back in the Discord, and the last time I might have looked in the Discord might have been 2 days, and I might have to catch up on like 2 days of comments. I'm really skimming all the comments, trying to see what I missed or whatever, searching keywords and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, I can't just have a bunch of messiness. Like I said, most people just make money off their Patreons and Discords. That's not what I'm here for. I make my money off crypto and the other endeavors I got, companies and royalty checks I have coming in and stuff. But I don't want my group to be too big, anyways. Clearpool caught, excuse me. Okay, Clearpool caught mine, and they definitely aren't swaps for your picks. No, I mean it's cool. I mean you do what you want to do. I never try to make anybody get all my picks. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody talking about y'all were talking about, I think some of y'all in the group was saying, what's your top 5 picks or something? And I saw somebody answer one that I heard of, but it was in their top 5 picks. It wasn't one of mine, and I mean I'm not the most bullish on it, but that's y'all take. I don't never try to force anybody to hold my bags or whatever. Because like I said, and I know a lot of people always ask me like, "Oh, what's in your portfolio?" I don't really try to shield my portfolio because like a lot of patrons do that just so you can pack their bags, and I'm like, you see what the buy alert says. You don't have to look at my portfolio every day. I thought it was a good tactic at first, and I realized it was actually could do more harm than good. So I was like, forget it or whatever. And it doesn't mean I'm holding the stuff we putting out and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you find your own conviction. Maybe you can convince me on something. So it's not a dictatorship. You know. August Vernon said, CG unfortunately can't help his behavior. Think he's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Only Southern folk will understand Charlotte arrogance. Oh yeah, I know. I've been through Charlotte too. Y'all, it's a small town there called. It's on the outside of Charlotte. Wait, is that outside of Charlotte? It's Salisbury. I don't know if you've been through there. It's some good food in Salisbury. I went through there. I was filming a film there, and I was pissed off at first because I was like, man, we in the middle of nowhere. But the little town Salisbury, man, some good food, some really good food there. I had some good barbecue. I had some good barbecue. I had some good Jamaican food. I had some good, what was that food? Me and my lady kept eating. It was good. It was good though. But yeah. Anyway, I'm fat, man. I'm up here talking about food. You talking about arrogance. But yeah, his personality is it's interesting. It's entertaining though. He got an entertaining personality. But I don't. As far as I know, a lot of people saying that he his scamming or whatever that he does. I don't know. I can't even speak to that because I don't know. I just know he's an interesting dude or whatever. So him saying he don't like me, I don't even know why. I really don't care. But yeah. But it's cool. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of y'all haven't been talking about projects lately. I guess I haven't been talking about them as often, but I'll still review stuff if y'all bring something up or whatever. I just been trying to focus on getting, even like people ask me about meme coins. I really haven't been looking at, except for the ones I said I'm bullish on. Outside of that, I haven't been looking for any new ones. Hold on, I'm trying to. What is going on? But yeah, I just been trying to look at the utility plays and just collect stuff that I see as bullish or whatever. But yeah, I mean, y'all can still ask about projects or whatever. Not too many times it's a project that I don't know about. But anyway, if you're new on the stream, if you want to join the Patreon and need some help navigating the market, I study this place and this market a lot. Got some really good picks and stuff, and that we're looking to run, waiting to run, and some that keep bouncing back and forth. Actually, some of these I wish they would stay down so I can accumulate some more. But we're gonna see how stuff plays out. We got a lot, like I said, we got a lot of stuff coming up in the next 6 to 7 weeks. So we just gonna see how this plays. But just be accumulating your bags right now and making sure you got your bags packed so you don't feel bad when the market starts running. I did see Rand talking about this morning. He's like, yeah, and I've been saying this too. Like when the market starts running, people start trying to bounce into different bags. You don't want to do that. You want to already be in position. That's why I be telling people sometimes you may not see a bag moving right now. You're like, oh, this one not moving. I think I saw somebody say it was like, I'm holding some bag, but it hasn't been moving when the market moves. Oh, trust me, I keep saying some of the best performers they're gonna be just like that. They're gonna sit still, and I'm gonna use it one last time. Not one last time. I might use it again, but I keep saying Matic. Matic sat at a penny for 8 months, didn't move. Imagine if you was like, man, the market went up and this Matic token didn't even move, and you miss a 250x. But so you just got to find your conviction to hold the bags. And like some of my bags, I even forget. I'll be honest, I think 2 of them had like a couple of times they were good DCA points, and I like missed it. I think I caught them the last time, but I missed some of them before because I got those tucked away. I'm not even looking at those bags at all because they already tucked away. So I got my bags packed on those, and I forget to look at the DCA points sometimes. But I'm not looking to trade all these bags, whether some of them move or not. I found my conviction on them, did my research, and then just wait for the pump to come. Anyway, if you want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. And I'm going to catch y'all next time.